Before we begin, quick things. This is going to be a small video. Second of all, my main account from Twitter got locked, so until that one is fixed, please follow me on this at SmackNPie1 on Twitter. This is my alt account. This will work as my main account until my main account gets fixed, which I don't know when it will get fixed. So until then, please follow me at SmackNPie1. Also, Fan Wars Game Awards 2020 full show will premiere tomorrow. I will announce the dates on my community tab here, Twitter at SmackNPie1, and on Insta again at SmackNPie, and our Discord server link in the description. So many good stuff coming. You guys are not ready. With that being said, let's get to the video at hand. Today was episode 10th. Q&A, Winston Livings from Dark Deception. We've had a lot of answers, a lot of questions related to Evil and Broken Mask, Monsters and Mortals, Chapter 4, very few of them, and it makes sense too. We're literally getting close to Chapter 4, almost a month away. Can't believe we're this close. But today I just wanted to focus on one thing and one thing only, and that is Tammy Hauser. Now, Tammy Hauser, formerly known as Christine Drazy, the daughter of Doug Hauser, who is the main protagonist of Dark Deception. Now, I know it's been a while since we talked about any theory related to Tammy Hauser, but 2 questions and 2 answers by Winston Livings related to Tammy Hauser really intrigued me to wanted to make this video. In the first one, when somebody asked about the zones that'll end up in Monsters and Mortals as a Chapter 4 DLC, he said yes. You know, almost every Chapter 4 character will make it into Monsters and Mortals. The roster will grow, and that will include Chapter 4 characters. So one would automatically assume that, okay, we got even Detective Evans, who's not even a part of main Dark Deception. That only means one thing, that yes, the family of Doug Hauser, the wife and the daughter, will make into the Monsters and Mortals roster, correct? Well, according to Wins, not. Because he says around 24 minutes that yes, whilst Tammy Hauser is a part of Chapter 4, is a part of Dark Deception, she's not as major character as we all think. This was answered by him both when somebody asked about the zones from Chapter 4 in Monsters and Mortals, as well as later around 50 minutes when somebody asked if they could get Melissa, who was the voice of Clementine in The Walking Dead, obviously one of the best characters of all time, to voice Tammy Hauser in Chapter 4, even Dark Deception as a whole. He basically said Tammy Hauser, as of now, that Tammy Hauser in Chapter 4 isn't a major character. Now, don't get those words twisted, alright? This is Winston Livings we're talking about. Yes, she's not a major character in Chapter 4, but don't think that she's not a major character overall. Remember in Chapter 3 we learned about her? Remember that screenshot that Glowstick Entertainment shared? That was our first look at Chapter 5 of Dark Deception. So yes, obviously, we slowly need to learn about Tammy Hauser, so that's not gonna be like, okay, we're finally gonna see Tammy Hauser in flesh and blood standing right in front of us and be like,
you were the main cause of our death, whatever.
no, that's not gonna happen, obviously. But this is still the black magic world. This is still Beers and Malik world. Let me correct myself. This is still Beers and Devil's Doodoo's world. So when you have Devil's Doodoo in here, the chance and possibility of Tammy Hauser, someone coming back from dead, is not far-fetched. If you want to keep the flesh Tammy Hauser, that sounds wrong considering she's a child. FBI, don't raid my house. A secret, it makes sense for Glowstick Entertainment to not add her in Monsters and Mortals, because then again, if you have big plans for her in Chapter 5, which I believe, yes, they do have big plans for her in Chapter 5, you want to keep her a secret for at least Chapter 4. So I believe, yes, in the future, in Chapter 5, we will get to see her fully, and she will be added in Monsters and Mortals later. Do I believe she's a boss fight in Chapter 5? That's a far-fetched thing, and most probably it's something none of us can talk about until after Chapter 4. So yes, we will learn more about her in Chapter 4. We will get to learn more about her role in this story, not just her past, not just her present, but also the future role she will play in Chapter 5. All of that in Chapter 4, but just wanted to point this out there, that Tammy Hauser is an important character, dang it. Because let's not forget, in Chapter 2, Elementary Evil, we saw the drawing of Tammy Hauser from the realm of death, blaming her father directly for the murder, as well as her condition, her past in Chapter 3 through the notes. that we talked about. One of the earliest videos I did on the channel, only OG people know what I'm talking about. So it only makes sense for us to learn even more. Maybe there's a secret underlining stuff that we didn't know about Tammy Hauser that will finally be revealed in chapter 4. But let's not rule out the wife of Doug Hauser, Christine Drazy. Listen, that's not a confirmed name. I just use this name because there are no other names we know about the wife of Doug Hauser. So I'm just gonna use Christine Drazy if I have a problem. I don't know. Maybe there's a secret, a dark secret about Christine Drazy that caused the breakup between Doug Hauser and Christine Drazy, and Tammy Hauser suffered from both of them. Maybe Tammy Hauser blamed both of them. Maybe not. We will see. I know there are evidences that points against that, the drawing, obviously. And then there are evidences against Doug Hauser, and there are... Listen, it is a complicated matter, but I wanted to open a conversation. Yes, we point a lot of fingers towards Tammy Hauser, but Christine Drazy, don't rule her out either. Chapter 4, the story of Dark Deception is important. People don't care that much about it. They don't care. I care. Subscribe now. 50k. Chapter 4 is coming soon. Follow me on Twitter at SmackNPie1 until the main account is fixed. Fan Wars Game Wars 2020 full show premiering tomorrow. You guys are none of you ready for it. I'm just gonna put it out there. None of you ready for it. Join the Discord server. Link in the description. I'll see you boys on the next full inside. Take care and peace. That was a world record. I did the whole outro without pausing or a breathe. Now I'm about to die. Is that a paid audition for the next Batman movie? What the fuck is wrong with me?